All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for Sunday, 11/18/2018. I am Michael, your host. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment, take a look in the comment section, take a look in the description box down below. We got some of the greatest patriots around the internet, around the globe, around the around the whole country, taking part right here. Part of the Patriot Hour. So other than just leaving a comment, take a look. You'll be pointed in the right direction, many articles, links, videos. And in doing your research, you have to look at a lot of things and be able to, chew the meat, spit out the bone. Okay. All right. So we're going to jump into a few things here. It's been a few days. Glad to be back. Just needed a few days down. Been doing a lot of research and just in general, organizing my digital life and getting things put back in order, doing a little bit of cleaning. The whole year just kind of flew by. It's been what a roller coaster of it's been with the Patriot Hour, and just in general, we love it and we love you guys. So, all right, without any further ado, Donald J. Trump, official Twitter. All right, this was on the 16th of November, just a few days ago. Isn't it ironic that the large caravans of people are marching to our border wanting U.S. asylum because they are fearful of being in their country? Yet they are proudly waving their country's flag. Can this be possible? Yes, because it is all a big con, and the American taxpayer is paying for it. All right, so we have said that before, all right? This country's etiquette of flag, all right? These used to be taught by possibly American legions. They'd have people there. These guys are typically former military, and they go to the schools in the community and sit and teach with the second, third graders, once or twice a year. And you don't do it to every class every year. It's just something you go through around third or fourth grade, and you'd have these guys come in, dedicate some time, and just teach flag etiquette and things that are taught in the classroom. Now, I don't know if that still happens on a mass scale, but I'm sure it does here and there in small towns where the legions are a little bit more prosperous, or there's just a program put together for somebody to do this. It doesn't have to be a legion. It can be probably an individual. But you think about it, it's nothing worse than arguing with your fellow American citizen about, the way that we feel about our flag. So isn't that a form of nationalism? The word just nationalism, if you just look it up, it just means sometimes a big love for your own country more than any others. And people argue that. I've heard it already. It's like, I've heard two people, one guy say, look, they're flying this flag. And they, geez, Jim, just let him love his country. It's all. It's not a big deal. That's where he comes from. And, this is where we come from. And it's okay to love our flag and to fly it and to promote it. So if we are a big melting pot, like a lot of people like to say, and this is where people want to strive to come, does it mean dumping their own country off at the gate, or when they cross the border illegally, or whatever they're doing? Does the American flag maybe represent all of the flags, of if we're a melting pot? Is that the new flag to fly? Well, we know the proper etiquette is that fly that high, and on a flagpole it's got to be higher, and then typically your state flag, and then these other things. You could have military flags, POW. Lots of people like to have things, but there is a correct procedure. And sometimes people don't know these things. So it's not racist or anything to tell them. Now, I'm always looking out, and I see businesses that fly flags. Not all do it, but then you see some people, personal houses, businesses where they're flying flags and they're tattered, a little worn down. Some people get upset and nothing more makes them mad, but it's like, I always take into consideration, at least they're flying it. In this day and age, they're flying it, and now it needs to be addressed. Maybe You can bring a flag because they're very cheap. A lot of legions will get you one really cheaply, or if you tell them you're going to replace one around the town, they'll sometimes maybe got one that they can give you. And the people that are flying it, giving them utmost respect for the fact that they're flying it. Maybe there was a guy there that was running a department and brought it to that company's attention. We need a flag, and we need a flagpole, and they've maybe let that guy do the whole job, and then he's retired or passed away or moved on, got fired, and now there's nobody there really paying attention, never cared, and the flag's still flying, but now it's in tattered conditions. Again, this comes down to etiquette. So is it wrong for the illegal to come marching to our borders holding their own flags? I thought they were abused. I mean, you wouldn't really fly a Cubs flag if you didn't, a pennant if you didn't like the Cubs. If you're fleeing from somewhere, do you hate your country, or do you just hate the government fraction of it that's opposing all this on you? But you still have great love. I don't know how that goes. You guys leave the comments down below. What do you think on that? And what do you think about, again, I've been in places where, you see the Mexican flag hanging off a porch. It's not really on a flagpole. They don't have an American one next to it. They just have that. We know that's not the case for all. Some people have come here legally, and that's fine that they still have a love for where they've come from. Are we allowed to have the same thing? Are we allowed to, without it being considered, nationalism is wrong to only care about your country? Well, what about the people that come here and they don't care about this at all? They only care about where they came from, and they're flying only that flag, and they don't care about anything else. They're doing exactly what people are telling me not to do or to have the love of. So what are our thoughts on this? I just wanted to bring that to our attention for an episode here. I got a few things written down on that. And that was it. Patriotism, nationalism. Not everything the media is saying. If you put white in front of nationalism, that gets really bad. But nationalism alone is just kind of an older word for patriotism, or it goes along with it. And it might sometimes be in a little more extreme form. And I get that. Some people definitely, I'm compassionate enough that I understand other countries' needs and people that are hungry. And I honestly, I have other issues with the border, and that is the drug flow that kills people, these fentanyl and heroin, and then the human trafficking. Those are my two big things. The border crossing, I'm not for breaking the law. If it comes down to it, I think we can open the floodgates a little more, but get these people. Look, I want everyone to be, if we have to be vaccinated, I don't want it to be a fair play. We are a sovereign country, so we cannot be borderless. I'm not for that. Enough people rally and push and get things changed the legal way, and then I'd be a minority in hating what we're living under, but I would have no choice, and that would be the law. I'm not one to sit here and pitch that we don't, break the law, and then eventually somebody caves in and we just grant amnesty and screw the law. I mean, that doesn't work that way if you're logical. All right. So again, scared for their life, running, fleeing from their countries, begging for asylum, but waving their flag the whole time coming in. What do we think about that? Let's get the chat going down below. We will be back here later this afternoon. Got it planned up for another episode myself at around 5, 6 this evening. And then I think we're going to do another recording later this evening with Ben. So that'll be out, as a late 10 o'clock release, or possibly tomorrow morning time frame. So check out for that. We're definitely going to be recording at least another 3 episodes today at a minimum. Any new breaking news or Q, we haven't seen any Q in a few days, anything like that, we'll bring it to you. Again, I'm Michael. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed each and every one of you worldwide. And we'll see you back here on the next Patriot Hour episode. Have a great Sunday morning into your afternoon.